What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Conversation with Detir, where we talk about life and how your mindset affects it all. Let's get to it. So, at what point is talking enough? At what point do you say, I'm done talking, it's time for me to do what I said I'm going to do, right? At what point in your life do you say enough is enough? When you say you want to do something and you say you want to be someone and you want to do something, when does that become enough talking and you start doing? Too many times, and this is why I feel like it's so important for us to do the self-reflection, right? And it's reflecting on who you say you are and measure that. Do I line up? Am I really who I said that I am? That's important to know for yourself, because you don't have to worry about someone else judging you. And judgment is not bad. I want to make that clear. I say things a certain way because I know that these things can be taken in a harsh way and these things could be considered insensitive. But I'm a strong believer in tough love. And a lot of times we are willing to do something for someone else that we're not willing to do for ourselves, you know, and it's crazy how I worded that, but it's like you're willing to judge someone else, but you're not willing to judge yourself. Right. But I feel like we need to be more judgmental of ourselves, and not in a negative way, but just judging something for what it is. You know, I think that we have to get past the whole notion of trying to be overly considerate to where you're not considering the fact of you not telling the truth and you not shooting it straight with your friend, your significant other, anyone in your life, family member, whoever. If you're not shooting it straight and being direct, then what are you doing? This is called tough love, and I feel like we have got away from that. So when it comes to yourself, I always start with you as a person, because you have to get yourself together first. You cannot be worried about anybody else trying to fix anybody else's situation and what they have going on if you don't even have that right in your own life. You know, I understand trying to help someone and better someone, but all these things start with you. So enough is enough. Enough talking. When you look at yourself, you have to look at yourself and figure out, what am I doing? And am I who I said that I am? Right? All the quick videos that you see sometimes maybe on social media of someone showing a highlight reel, not what they actually have going on, and everybody is following that. But yet when it comes to your own life, what does your life look like? Because sometimes you might do the same thing. Oh, look at me, I'm having fun. But yet, what about your credit? Right? What about your bank account? Right? What about your mental health? Right? What about your physical health? You know, what about your health as far as what you are putting in your body? When it comes to who you are, is based off of what you eat. You are what you eat, right? You can't be eating any type of way and thinking that you're going to have good health over the years, right? You can't be not working out, not exercising, not putting the things into perspective that you should when it comes to your mobility and everything, and you're not putting in that time to make yourself better in these areas, right? Whatever it is you're trying to pursue, whatever it is you're trying to like develop and get to in your life, whatever it is, you cannot spend so much time trying to push somebody else and motivate somebody else. You're not motivating yourself. This is for parents and whoever it is that you can push your kids, but are you pushing yourself? It's like a wake up moment. You know, it's so easy for us to point the finger at someone else on what someone else is doing. But when it comes time for you to look at yourself in the mirror and be your own support system, you're not doing it. Enough is enough. Make sure your actions is speaking as loud as your words. Just do it. Put yourself in position and just do it. No more excuses. No more tomorrows. Everything is done today. I seen a partner of mine, he posted that he's living every day like tomorrow's not promised. Even though we know these things, we're not living our life and moving a certain type of way because we're not really excited, because we haven't really became what we want to become, but we have only become that in our mind. We kind of fantasize about these things, about who we could be. And only reason why you're fantasizing about this is because you're not putting in the time and the work to actually become who you are deep down inside. If you actually, developed your habits. Repetition is the mother of all learning. I had that video and I thought it meant so much to me, to where I wanted to be able to share that with people, is that you have to build yourself, and all this that I'm talking about, it comes from action. It comes from you practicing, you becoming better. Quit trying to be perfect. Just progress. Just move. Make a decision, make a choice to do something. Just say, you know what, enough is enough. I said that last year, and the year before that, and the year before that. I know what it takes to get to where I'm trying to go, but yet I'm not doing it. Ask yourself why, and answer the question. Don't just ask yourself why and say, man, I know I should be doing that. Don't talk to other people and say, I know I should be doing that. Talk to yourself and figure out why you're not doing it. Start asking yourself questions and answering these questions. Now, if you need help trying to figure these things out, then yes, you can try to consult with someone, right? But I always say, because my uncle always told me, I'm very big on my uncle, because I feel like that you have to understand that when certain people are in your life, you have to appreciate these people, and you have to have coaches, you have to have mentors, right? But my uncle always told me that it's not about just counseling with anyone. Anyone can do that. Anyone can make a phone call and just talk to someone and be like, hey, what do you feel about this? But wise counsel is very important. When you talk to certain people, what does these people have going on in their life? What do you admire about this person? What are you asking this person about? And be more precise when it comes to certain things, because a person might be very good in one area, but not good in another area. Right? So you have to figure out, why are you asking a certain person for a certain thing if you are trying to reach out to try to make yourself better in whatever you're failing at, whatever you're not as good at. Maybe something that you're missing, that you should be paying attention to. But going back to it, ask yourself these questions. What am I doing? And why am I not doing this? I know where I want to be. I know I was talking to someone earlier today and I was like, man, that taco truck over there, boy. Ooh, that mother look good. But I already cooked food at home. But those tacos over there, man, they looking good. They smell good. You smell that food truck? Ooh. But guess what? I'll be double dipping. $2-3 for a taco. Oh man, what? $6-9. If it's $2 a taco, get 3 tacos. $6. $3 taco, $9. But it's like you're double dipping. You're spending money on food when you already bought food, and you took the time to prepare and make the food. Go home and eat the food at home. Also, outside of that, you need to also be worried about your diet and your regimen when it comes to, you said you have some body goals. You said you want to lose X amount of weight. You want your body to look like this. You have to start making better decisions. Enough is enough. Actions. Make sure your actions are lining up to what you're saying. You said you wanted to work out. You said you want to have a fit body. You cannot outwork a bad diet. It is not a smart decision. Talk to yourself. It is not a smart decision for you to burn calories and then go put back on the calories you just burned after you done worked out, and you go eat back what you burned. Doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense for you to try to move forward and be a certain way when the fact of the matter is that you keep working like backwards. You're hustling backwards. You're doing things in the wrong direction. Like, oh yeah, I know. Quit saying you know and do. Make a decision to be a person of integrity, a person of honor, a person of action. Quit trying to get by based off of what you're saying, and because no one is challenging you on it, or no one sees what it's like when no one can see you in your own home. When you're putting up these highlight reels on these social media platforms, but a person don't really know what you have going on. But you know what you have going on. Challenge yourself to be better. When I say progress, not perfection, right? I say that intentionally because I need you to understand that life is not about being perfect. It's about the fact of you trying to get to a certain place. You're progressing. It's the reason why I've said before too, is to not mistake movement for progression. because you're doing something. Going to the gym every day, but eating as much as you burning, you're not progressing. You're not wasting time, because you are developing the habit of going to the gym. So I can't say you're wasting time, because you're still in there, and you'll be worse off if you wasn't in there based off of how you're eating, because you're trying to like, man, I love to eat, so I'm going to work extra hard. But a lot of times you're plateauing out. You're not really challenging yourself to be better, to be more disciplined, to be more accountable. Once you get to a certain place in your life and what you're trying to accomplish, then you can maybe have some cheat days, and it's nuanced to that. But my thing is that try to be the best version of yourself, and do not do what you've been doing, especially if you haven't got the results that you've been looking for. Because why? You're cheating yourself. No more excuses, only results. Enough is enough. So anyway, y'all, man, it's been my time. It's one love from me to you. Remember that it's progress, not perfection. You rest where? You rest in the end, not the middle. You have a lot of work to do. It's not to look back like, oh man, I will never get there. Yes, you will. Chop. I'm thinking about a tree in my head when I say chop. How do you take down a tree? Use an axe. One swing ain't gonna do it. You got to keep hitting that tree, chopping away. Eventually, you'll take that tree down. How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. Why am I saying this stuff? Repetition is the mother of all learning. Do what you know to do and start seeing the results of you actually standing up and being who you say you are. When you tell yourself, man, enough is enough, I'm going to make sure that my actions speak for me. There's nothing wrong. I love to communicate. I'm communicating to you guys right now. But I need to know, you guys need to know, that my actions are aligned with what I'm saying that I am, who I am. Enough is enough. Make time. Do what's necessary. Until next time.